So this marks the end of the second week I had at Roosevelt High School with Mr. James. If you forgot, 7th grade middle school history. And this past week went really well. I've gotten to know all the students' names so far, which I think is pretty impressive. 6 days in the school and I already know all 70 students. So give myself a pat on the back for that. What have I been up to? Mr. James does jump starters, or his version of Just Do It's at the beginning of class, but a lot of it is mainly SOL review, which I like because it always keeps things fresh in their minds, whether it's from the geography region, which was the first few weeks, or the unit we just did. I think it's a good idea to always do some SOL review, and it's kind of a different version of the anticipatory set that we've been talking about. So I've been kind of taking the lead with those, kind of just establishing my rapport with the students, kind of getting the whole, getting them comfortable with me as the teacher, because you can't just go in there and expect them to respond in the most positive way if you just go in there and start teaching. So we're kind of building my way up as the teacher there. On Monday, we were starting the Great Depression, which can be a tough unit because there's lots of economics going on in there. He starts with a unit on banks and stocks, just so students can you have to understand that stuff before you can understand the Great Depression, really. And it was really their first introduction to seeing stuff like Wall Street, stocks, which is something I've really realized that I like, being kind of the students' first introduction to new topics and subject matter. So that's something I'm looking forward to when I start teaching. But it's also a bit difficult because they don't have that prior knowledge. So you're really starting with the basics. Our principal is in Rome, or he was in Rome. I'm not sure if he's back this past week. And he got a sweet phone that he was able to take videos and send back. So Mr. James has been sending or showing the videos to our students. It's been cool. He's been to a soccer game. He's seen the Colosseum and all of that stuff, the Vatican City. And the students are really excited to see that. A lot of them didn't really know exactly where Rome was. Some knew that it was in Europe, some knew that it was in Italy. So again, just basic geography and prior knowledge on stuff is fairly limited. So it's just really interesting to be that first line of knowledge for them. Then on Wednesday they had a lab day and they were doing Moodle quizzes, which are SOL review quizzes, just to help again keep that information fresh in their minds. And then on Thursday we began the Great Depression causes, bank failures, the stock market crash, the big gap between the rich and the poor, and all that good stuff. And it was funny when he mentioned Black Tuesday. 4 out of 4 classes, someone shouted out, "Oh, I thought it was Black Friday." And no, they're all into shopping on Black Friday. So it was just funny that Black Tuesday and Black Friday, they think are the same thing. So it's pretty much a recap of my week. It was a really good one. I felt really good about it, leaving on Thursday, and looking forward to this week. We're finishing up the Great Depression unit, and I've started to kind of map out my what I'll be teaching. I'll be doing World War II, Cold War, and Civil Rights, and I've sat down with my calendar and kind of planned what goes where, and it's actually really tough, but I think it's really cool seeing what subjects are going where, and I'm actually starting to feel like I'm the teacher, and just a cool step. So looking forward to it. I'll probably hopefully get a bit more involved this week, and tonight's the Super Bowl, so go Packers, and yeah, see you next week.